Right now at 5:30, a man was arrested and charged in a string of crimes in Lexington. Coming up, while the live report on the latest in this investigation. And after a violent couple days in Lexington, police are still looking for suspects involved in several shootings and murders.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome into you. Hope you're having a great start to your Wednesday. Let's get a look at the weather because we're hearing it's going to be pretty hot this week with Micah.
Yes, it is, especially as we slide throughout the next few days. We'll be in the upper 80s, lower 90s each and every single day. Here comes that heat. Here comes that humidity. And you'll look to have that throughout, really, I would say next week. I mean, it really doesn't change all that much. Let's check temperatures this morning as you step out the door. No rain, patchy fog here and there. Much like what you saw yesterday is what you're seeing this morning. 65 degrees right now in Jackson. Mountain Parkway holding tight. Going to West Liberty, looking good in Morgan County, Frenchburg, Menifee County. We're right there in the 60s, so a pretty pleasant start. Heating up, though, we're at 89 degrees this afternoon. We'll be in the 90s the next few days, and off towards your weekend, that's when a few more rain chances slide back in. But is it a lot of rain, or is it just a little rain? I'll have that answer coming up in about 10 minutes.
We are tracking breaking news right now out of Madison County this morning. We're told a bad crash has blocked a portion of Interstate 75 there. WKYT's Victor Puente is live for us from the scene. Victor, what can you tell us about this situation?
Good morning. Yeah, I'm standing on the side of Interstate I75 near the 95-mile marker. You see that truck in front of me. Now, despite that damage, sheriff's deputies tell me the driver is expected to be okay. They tell me it happened right around the on-ramp onto the interstate. They say one truck collided with another as it was merging. I'm going to show you the other truck that was involved. Swing the camera around here. You see the other truck doesn't have that much damage, not as much as the other one. But again, the driver of the other vehicle over here with the significant damage, they tell me he was taken to the hospital with some minor injuries, but they think that he's going to be okay. Now, one lane of I-75 northbound is open while they investigate this accident, and they tell me that cleanup of this wreck is expected to take a while. Something to keep in mind if you're taking northbound I-75 this morning. Live in Madison County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much for that breaking news alert, Victor Puente there. And as he mentioned, that getting the truck off that roadway could take some time. So if you're going northbound Interstate 75 at the 95-mile marker, keep that in mind. Well, new this morning, police arrested a man they say was involved in a string of crimes in Lexington. 24-year-old William Ball Jr. is charged with arson, burglary, and drug trafficking. WKYT's Mark Barber is live for us from police headquarters with the latest details in the case. Mark, what was his latest crime?
Good morning, Rebecca. Well, as you just mentioned, William Ball Jr. was accused of both burglary and arson, but police say they added drug trafficking to that list because when he was walking into police headquarters here on Main Street, they say he dropped heroin onto the ground here. Now, according to court documents, Ball had 33 grams of heroin on him, and they say that he dropped it all on the ground as he was walking into the building. Now, the 24-year-old was arrested yesterday after police say he was spotted stealing from a purse at a restaurant. The 24-year-old is also facing charges in an arson case. According to an arrest citation, that crime happened back on May 20th. Police say Ball called a man that night and told him he was going to burn his house down. Court documents say that just after midnight, Ball followed through on the threat and set the home on fire. However, those court papers do not say where the fire happened. Now, we do know that night we were called out to a large fire at a rental home on Ashton Drive, but again, the arrest citation does not say if that fire was connected to Ball. Now, the 24-year-old will be answering to 4 separate charges in those 3 different cases later this afternoon. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
We continue to track the investigation into a string of shootings around Lexington. Since Sunday, police say 9 people have been shot. 3 of them have died. The latest happened yesterday morning at a home on Gerald Drive in the Winburn neighborhood. Police say someone fired shots through a bedroom window and killed Thomas Brown as he was just asleep in bed. They also say shots were fired through another window, but no one else in the home was injured. Brown's ex-wife says he's a Marine and she can't think of anyone who would want to hurt him.
Tom was always happy. Never done nothing to nobody. He was a good person, a good man. I'm just so lost for words because, you know, I've always loved him and I just feel like that I've lost my best friend and everything, and I just can't believe I'm not going to see him anymore.
So far, Lexington police have not made any arrests in this case. They have not released any information at this point about any potential suspects. And also, no arrests have been made in some other deadly shootings. Investigators say Ronnie Graves died after being shot in a car on Charles Avenue on Sunday night. His family tells us they want answers and they want this wave of violence to stop.
Why are they doing it? Why? What is it for? It's not going to accomplish anything. It's not going to make them any bigger. And then it just sparks somebody else to make them mad.
A few hours before Graves was killed, police say his nephew, Montez Graves, was shot nearby on Whitney Avenue and later died at UK Hospital. Some Central Kentucky swimmers are raising money to honor a teammate who died in a car crash earlier this year. 18-year-old Maddie Jackson was killed in a fiery crash on Versailles Road back in February. She was a member of the Bluegrass Marlins swim team, and now her teammates are raising money to upgrade their aquatic center and teach others how to swim.
Maddie was all about her teammates, and the programs that we got going here are things that would just warm her heart. These monies might be reaching to people in places where they might not ever learn to swim.
The swim club will hold an event called Splash and Dash on September 12th. To continue to raise money, every dollar up to $25,000 raised will be matched by a private donor. The team's already raised about $13,000. A service dog in New York is living up to his name after he threw himself in front of an oncoming bus to protect his blind owner. Lou Young brings us the report of the golden retriever turned hero.
The injured service dog limps along and can still manage a tail wag after literally throwing himself in front of a bus Monday on Main Street in Brewster. The 8-year-old golden retriever is the companion and guide of Audrey Stone, a legally blind resident here who knows Figo is something special.
I thank him. I thank God that I have him and that he survived too, and I love him.
Police shared these accident scene photos with us. The front tire of the school bus and pavement in front covered with the animal's fur, stripped from its right front leg.
It was very heartbreaking, very heartbreaking.
Amazingly, the dog didn't yelp in pain, but calmly struggled to stay with his mistress.
You really can't touch an injured dog guarding somebody. Touch them, they're aggressive. Not this dog.
The dog really didn't stop struggling until paramedics took Audrey away in the ambulance. He was taken to a local vet who says Figo's behavior is remarkable even for a service animal.
Whether he did that consciously or unconsciously, but it's pretty amazing.
This is Audrey Stone's third service dog. She's been fond of them all, but this one is providing extra incentive for her to get past her hospital treatment and back on her feet.
I get home to my dog.
Lou Young, CBS News.
I do not blame her one bit. That is a very special dog there. Well, the bus driver was given a summons for not yielding. Triple Crown winning trainer Bob Baffert is celebrating his big win by helping a horse farm right here in the Bluegrass. He donated $50,000 to Old Friends Farm in Scott County. Many retired thoroughbreds live at that farm. The owners say that they'll use the money to make the farm bigger. They rely on visitors and donations to keep the farm going, and they say that that money will go a long way.
All the money that we get is going directly to the horses. All $50,000 going directly to the care of the horses.
Well, Baffert also donated $50,000 to some other organizations in the thoroughbred racing industry. A card signing event was held in Louisville yesterday for American Pharoah, Bob Baffert's latest winner. People were able to write their well wishes to the Triple Crown winner. One woman wrote, quote, "The drought is over." The signing was held at the Kentucky Derby Museum. Pharoah is scheduled for a victory lap at Churchill Downs. Looks like the University of Kentucky will be adding more privately funded student housing to campus. Our news partners at the Herald Leader report that UK trustees expected to approve the $74 million University Flats project. It will include apartments and studios designed for upperclassmen and graduate students along University Drive. Campus housing company EDR will fund and build the project. And a historic Lexington building is getting some more help from supporters trying to save it from demolition. The Bluegrass Trust says it's teamed up with Bayer Properties to donate $50,000 towards savings and relocating the People's Bank building. That building is currently on South Broadway. The Warwick Foundation has been raising money to save the building, and it says the Lexington Center Board of Directors agreed to give the new building a home in the Rupp Arena District. Excuse me, an old building, but a new repurposing there. 5:39 is the time. Hope you're having a great start and getting up and at it on this Wednesday. Taking a look at live drive traffic right now with a view of the Waze app. We do have a report of a crash on Interstate 75. The driver of the semi-truck has been taken to the hospital. The injuries not too severe, we are told, so that's good news. But cleanup there could take a while, so keep that in mind. That's northbound. It's actually at the mile marker 95. Our Victor Puente is at that scene and will try to bring us more details on that crash as we get them. But they said again, cleanup could take a while there. There's still a whole lot more to come this morning on WKYT. This 100-year-old says she knows the secret to living a long life. We'll tell you what she thinks is the key coming up in just about 5 minutes.
And we're looking around town, sitting in the 60s, a few 50s here and there, but throughout the next few days, no real rain chance. It's about the heat, and I'll show you how hot we get coming up.